Hello and welcome to Golden Lion Tarot. Today I will be presenting a 3-card pick a card tarot reading, all on the topic of what is it that you offer your relationships. This could be relationships that you have with your life partner, or it could be relationships that you have with your friends or family. Whatever comes to mind is what we will be talking about. And I just wanted to take a moment to let you know that I do these pick a card tarot readings because they are one of my favorite ways to develop intuition. I think it's important to take time to do this. And with these readings, I like to pick my pile by closing my eyes and connecting each pile to my heart chakra. And then I go into my heart chakra and see how each pile affects that space within my heart. After I feel that, that is how I go and pick the pile or piles that are right for me. And then I like to see how close and the things that worked out well. All right, so another thing I just want to say is that we are all very different people. So and I thought it would be fun to just look at some of the aspects that you as viewers are bringing to my channel that I'm able to pick up on. I know that there might be instances where I pick up on some negative feelings or negative aspects of our beings, and that's perfectly great too, because I know I am far from perfect and I am on this healing journey just the same that you are. So if ever I have an opportunity to shed some light on a negative aspect of myself, I see it as a great opportunity to help me to make changes and to become more of myself. All right, so if a negative aspect does come up, I hope that you only look at it with love in your heart and in your third eye. All right, so the first pile, I chose this crystal, and it is a quartz crystal, and it has iron. That's how the crystal has turned like this yellow, this beautiful yellow color. And I bought this from someone that calls himself the Crystal Collector off of eBay. I think he also has YouTube videos. It's really pretty. I think it's like almost like the side of a point. It must have been a huge crystal that at one point. All right, and pile number 2 is this piece of granite that I found when I was hiking. I don't know if it's going to show how sparkly it normally is. Normally it's sparkling all over. I can see it off camera really easily. All I have to do is turn it and it just glistens. But maybe you can see like the changes of the rock consistency. There's a lot of crystal within this rock. It's really beautiful. All right, and then we've got pile number 3. This is a smoky quartz cluster, and it also has some iron deposits in it, making that yellow color. And this was excavated by the Crystal Collector as well. Thought it would be neat to show a couple of his crystals. We appreciate your work, Crystal Collector. All right. I'm just gonna take the time to remove pile 2 and 3. And get started on pile 1. All right. I'll just set you up here. And remember, I am new to the tarot scene on YouTube, so if you could please leave me a like and a subscription would be wonderful, and also a comment would be much appreciated to help build my channel. I would be greatly appreciative, and it also helps me to also feel into your energy better. All right, so I guess we'll go through. You take a minute to rearrange these so that I can look at them better. All right, and I'll go through each one. All right, first we've got the Seven of Cups, all about choices, and it shows Saturn and that's Venus in Scorpio energy. Then we've got bring love into the situation, Moon in Aquarius, new moon in Aquarius. And we also have number 2, movement, choices, and decisions. It's really pretty, almost rainbow looking. Then from the Osho Zen Tarot deck, we've got, the Fool, the very first card. It's so new that it's a 0. Then we've got Understanding. Then for the Morgan Greer Tarot, I pulled 3 cards. We've got the Knight of Swords, fast-moving energy. Then we've got the King of Swords, very decisive energy. And we've got the King of Pentacles, very sturdy and giving energy. Fulfillment, abundance. He looks like he has a lot there. He's got all the fruits of his labors he's showing in a prideful way. All right, so let's see, what is it that pile 1 has to offer their relationships? So let's see, give me a second. Fool. So with the moon in Aquarius, it's a new moon. I see that you are super original. I think that your loved ones really appreciate how different you are. Even to the point that maybe sometimes they don't understand you. I think you can be the oddball of the group, and not in a bad way, just in a very different way. Probably you're a trendsetter, and maybe not even, maybe you're so different that it takes people quite a while to start catching on to the trend that you are doing. But I think that you move from a really deep place within your being of I think you really know who you are. I know that all of us sometimes struggle with knowing who we are, but I think you have a better sense of who you are than most people do. I think you see behind things. I think that you're able to see behind things easily. I think that when someone may be wearing a mask, you see behind that mask. I think that you probably have an artistic flair as well. I think that you probably let your artistic flair move you. I think a lot of people around you feel that they're caged up, but you do not. I know that you're in a cage at times too, because all humans are, but I think that you have found ways to really know yourself and see yourself and use your intuition to know what's needed next. I think that you know that there's always decisions to be made. I think that with the Seven of Cups, that you see every moment as as an opportunity to make a decision, and that your decision's always going to be the better decision because you listen to your intuition and you really feel into what the next best thing for you to do is. And I think that the people that you love really respect this about you. I think that they want to be in your group because of that. I think that your friends know that you're always going to be like honest with them to the degree that it's going to make the moment better. I think you're always going to bring like a sense of creativity to the moment so that whoever's with you is going to see something in a creative way of life. I also think that you sometimes move very quickly. I think sometimes you don't like sit down and think about what is needed. Instead, you kind of just like feel your way through things. Whereas maybe sometimes your partners wish to drag things out. Maybe you might have an argument with your loved ones and they want to spill a lot of hateful words, but you only spill the truth. And sometimes those words can be hurtful, but they're like truly what you're meaning. I think that maybe like if you were in a love relationship, somebody might try to hurt you with words, but you will only hurt them with words if it's what they need to hear because it is the truth. So I think people can depend on you for truth. I think this is where you get your stability too, from being so honest and from being creative and just feeling into everything. I think that you have your emotions pretty well balanced, so you don't have too many angry outbursts. I think that you would have an angry outburst if it was something that had been keeping you up at night, something that you really thought about before, like night after night. I think you probably, if you thought about something night after night, then I think that you might have an angry outburst, but it would come in fast and it would go out fast. I think you would just like cut to the chase quickly so that you wouldn't have to feel like you were being caged. You don't like holding on to negative energies very long, and you know that you can free yourself of negative energies just by like saying what it is, and that you believe that change should happen very fast because as long as something is said, then it should be able to also change. If something is said, you believe that that's the opportunity for it to become something else. I also think in your relationships, people know that they can depend on you. With the King of Pentacles, I think that if somebody needs something and they know that you could lend it to them, that you would. I also think that you're just who you say you are is truly who you are. You don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. You don't put on masks. You just kind of like have this new youthful energy. So that is pretty much who you are all the time. Sure, I mean, if you have to sit in a school and become a student, then you're not going to be playing because I think you're respectful. But I think when you have the choices to to be who you are, then you choose to act young and happy. All right, let's just pull maybe a couple more cards and see if there's anything else. And I'll pull one more just to give a little more thought on something that, yeah. So we see again here, we've got the King of Swords twice. So I think you really, really, truly pride yourself on being an honest person. I think that you will say things that might seem rude, but that you're doing it from like a really beautiful, honest place in your heart, so people don't feel like they're being hurt when you're delivering rough news or negative news or something that, like, say maybe your spouse is doing something wrong. I think that you tell them pretty fast. You don't let it build inside you for very long. This also shows the Eight of Pentacles, that you are able to work very hard on things that you believe in. So you put a lot of effort into something. So you probably like put a lot of effort into your family and into what you believe in. I think that with the Three of Rods, that you're always thinking ahead, thinking, how is this going to affect the people that I love, what I am doing? I think you put the people that you love in a very high place, and that you're always thinking about what you can do for them, how you can make their lives better. I think the ones that you love, you hold very dear. And I feel that you'll work very hard to make sure that these people know that they are loved. I think anybody would love to be loved by you. The people that are loved by you feels very special. I think sometimes they might wish that you could hold your tongue. Sometimes you can be fast to deliver your opinion, but this is also where your stability lies. Your stability lies that in the fact that you deliver your opinions all the time, that you're not ever going to keep your mouth shut. You're always going to have an opinion, and that's your stability. But I also see that your stability is your creative side, is the ability to be artistic and different. You don't like to conform at all. You don't like to have to be a certain way to make other people be happy. You like to follow your heart. You like to feel like you're free. I think you make sure you give yourself opportunities to feel free, whereas other people just sometimes go with the flow because that's what's been given to them. I think you think outside of the box for sure. You know that you always have choices, whereas other people might see, well, this is what I've been given today, so this is what I have to do. I think you find a way to maybe make it fun or artistic or creative. Maybe you are artistic in some sort of way. Music, art, singing. There's so many ways to be artistic. You probably dress colorful or artistic in your own way. I think your energy is really beautiful. I think it's really important to speak up. I think that your throat chakra is very open. And if it's not, then it's opening now. And that all of these things are what you're becoming. But I think you have developed them quite a bit already in your life journey, I think that it's really awesome that we have people that are like this, so different, so that we don't all just like be the same, like a hive with bees, everyone just like set to conformity. I think you're the people like you are the reason that life is interesting. And I enjoy being around people like you. So thank you for being a part of this reading. It was a pleasure to read for you. I'm going to pick up your reading and we'll get started into pile number 2. All right, pile number 2. You chose the beautiful piece of granite that's not choosing to sparkle so much in this camera. But let me reassure you, super sparkly and super high energy and super solid. Full of love. All right. So let's get your reading started. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy. Very cool. Ooh, we've got New Moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Aw, that's really sweet energy for what you have to offer your relationships. Then we've got Disruption, number 16, which is a number 7 card. And we've got The Burden. I think that's 6 of Swords in the Osho Zen Tarot. And we've got Aloneness, number 9, the Major Arcana. The 7 of Rods, standing up for oneself in a relationship or for a relationship. Then we've got the Knight of Rods. And lastly, the 7 of Pentacles. So the working and waiting card, I like to call the 7 of Pentacles, putting in the work and also a lot of waiting and just looking around and seeing what you've done. All right, let me just sit down and move these cards around. See how they're gonna look in the camera. All right. Get that out of that light. Okay. So what is it that you offer your relationships? So right away, looking at the new moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. This shows me that your loved ones are super, super important to you. I think that Cancers are all about the family and the preservation of keeping the family strong and united and being there as one unit. So this shows me that is your focus in this lifetime, is your relationships, most likely your family. And if you don't have much family, then I think that the chosen friends that you have made in this life are extremely important to you, and you treat them as they are your family. I feel that you bring stability to everyone's life that you come in contact with one way or another. I think that is where your stability comes from, is making other people feeling stable, is by making other people feel stable. I think that you sometimes feel burdened to the point that you will make yourself uncomfortable just to keep the people around you feeling stable. And sometimes this can be a negative thing for you, and you know this, but you look at it as a positive thing, because even if it is putting you out and disturbing you, causing disruption into your life, that you see, you have the benefit of knowing that you are protecting and keeping the ones that you're putting yourself out for. I think that you may feel a little beat up when you go to bed at night, and that is because you probably put yourself out more than you should have in the day, and your body's telling you that you need to love yourself more. But I feel that you sleep with an easy mind, knowing that the person that you helped is doing better than if you were not in their life. I think it's really gorgeous how much stability that you bring to the people that you love. I think that you are like 100% always the stability, and you are like somebody's lucky charm. The Wheel of Fortune is all about luck. And I think everyone that you love looks at you as their lucky charm. If they're having a serious problem in their day and they can't seem to find a way out, they call you. And you 100% of the time will always help them. You will lose sleep until you figure out a way to help them. I think that you stand up for your relationships, and you can be like a force to be reckoned with. I think that you can come in just like blazing all hell, breaking loose, just to like stand up and protect somebody. I think that you watch over the people you love, as I think that you look at them as like their protector. You know, and they know that you are their protector. This is where your wealth is knowing that your loved ones are safe, and in your mind it's how you rank your what's the word? It's like how you rank your worthiness on how well you helped your loved ones today. I think that you need to maybe take some time for yourself more than you have. I feel that sometimes you might feel alone. I think that I think you might help people to the point that there's not enough left for you at the end of the day. Yeah. I think that you might end up feeling depleted, and you just don't realize the depletion that's there. I think you do, but then again, you weigh it. You weigh it out as a win, because the person that you loved feels 100% loved by you, and the person that you helped is sleeping well. I think a lot of times these people that you love so much don't realize the depletion that you're feeling from giving. I'm not saying every time are you feeling depleted, but sometimes I think this happens. I think a lot of times you give and it's not too much, and you walk away a winner, as well as the person that you helped just walks away as a winner too. My kitty's purring. He tried to jump up on the table earlier. Yes, you did. All right, so I think that you look out into your field and you just kind of observe how everyone is doing, and that's how you base That's how you base how you are doing. But then sometimes when you're alone, probably laying in bed at night, you feel the uneasy that it's worn on your body. It hurts. I feel like you've got pain that really hurts, that wants to come out and be noticed. I think what you could do to help yourself is probably on your list of taking really good care of your family and loved ones, is also put on that list, what can I do for myself today to also help me? Because you have needs just as well as everyone else. Let's see if we can get a little more clarification. Yep. Beautiful. The Ace of Cups going within, giving and receiving. So let's see if there's all right, so we got 3 more cards, and the first one is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is all about inner peace and love and finding harmony within the self, and which goes along with the Six of Pentacles, which is all about giving and receiving. So this is showing me that it's probably time for you to also give to yourself. Maybe even give a little more to yourself than what you have been doing. And the Five of Swords is all about discontent because of things not being fair. And nobody's walking away truly happy. So what this is showing me is that your loved ones would feel more content if you were taking better care of yourself. Because even though they can probably feel their own pain worse than they can feel yours, and they appreciate you coming in and making things better, they don't feel completely at ease, because they can feel the uncomfortableness that you feel at night comes through. And they care about you just like you care about them. So if you want to, and this is so beautiful, if you want to help them more, you could help yourself, because you're doing a great job at giving to them. But it might be time for you to put your needs also at the top of the list of things to get done today, and the next day, and the next day. This right here is your cup running over. This is having it all. So you will have it all when you do this. And maybe this is what you're working on right now, and I'm just seeing what it is that you're working on. And if so, then that's really beautiful. So congratulations on putting yourself as the most important thing, because we need to take care of ourselves, because nobody else is going to know the needs that you are going to know that you need to have. So I send you blessings and love as you comfort yourself and find out what you need in order to feel whole. All right. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my heartfelt reading on what it is that you have to offer your relationships. If you could please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel, I would be greatly appreciative. And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful as well. All right, thank you. All right, pile number 3. You chose the smoky quartz with the iron deposits on the bottom of the crystal. It's like a line. It's really neat. That was excavated by the Crystal Collector. I think his name's Brian, if I remember correctly. All right. Pile number 3. Your first card is the Palace of Swords. It's really pretty. It's all about inhabiting the mind energy, the intellectual energy, and residing within that energy. And we've got, a new romantic cycle begins. So maybe some of you are starting a new romantic relationship. And if so, congratulations. I send you lots of love and joy with that. And then we've got number 7, Triumph. Then with the Indigo Alchemist Tarot, we've got the 6 of Cups, all about coming together and thinking about the past and having fun with loved ones. Or just thinking about past times with loved ones. And we got the Sun. Ooh, the most positive card. Death. Wow, 2 very deep, strong cards. The Sun, then Death. So that's all about transformation and Scorpio energy. Oh, another strong card, the Empress. Wow, that's all about being in one's heart and creating and being fertile and abundant. It's like the abundance of your creations. All right, just give me a moment. Kitty's sitting in my chair, so I'm going to stand next to him. All right, so let's just move him around just a little bit. All right, so I think that what it is that you offer your relationships is a lot of love. I think your relationships are really super important to you. I think that a lot of people probably come to your house for celebrations because I think you are super this is where your fertility is. This is where you shine. This is where your abundance is. I think your relationships are, and everybody knows that you will take care of your relationships. Probably your friends think of you as like a mother, even though you're their friend. You're very nurturing in all ways possible. And because of this, I think your family is strong. The ones that call you family know that you're going to run little errands for them if they need it. If you're sick, you're going to be there. But I also think that you're very intellectually strong, that this is where you shine. So I think that because of that, Libra's an air sign also, and you're pulling 2 air sign cards, really important cards. So I think that you're like the great balancer in your relationships. I feel that probably you bring justice. You bring justice a lot. You come riding in on your horse and you just believe you know what the truth is. I think that you put all your energy into your family. A lot of your energy. I do think you care for yourself. I think you come to your family with a lot of love in your heart. But I also think that you're probably quick to tell somebody if you don't like something that they're doing. I think that you're kind of feel like royalty, almost like you're the great justice, or like the judge and jury. Like if say one of your friends or your family has a new relationship, and the person that they brought for the dinner date to your home, that you probably pulled out all the stops with, came to your home, and they did not give off like a good first impression, I think that you're like quick to judge, sometimes maybe even too quick. But I think that it's all coming from like the heart. I feel like you're not meaning to judge somebody too quickly. You're just really protecting your family. And it's really cute. I think you like to give your relationships like fun times. I think that a lot of your family thinks about times that you prepared for them. I think a lot of their memories are with you. Somehow you're in that memory organizing the get together. I think that probably people don't tell you things unless they want you to know something. Like they don't want you to know all of say somebody that one of your loved ones is going through a hard time. I think that they're not going to tell you the whole truth because they don't want you to get the wrong opinion about them, because you will remember. Like say this new person that they brought to dinner did something that wasn't nice to the one that you loved. I don't think the one that you love is going to like tell you right away about this issue, because they don't want you to form opinions. But I think you could chop them right down. All right, let's pull another few cards. But I think that you do this out of love, 100%. Yeah, so we've got the Tower card again. We got the Tower card in Death is what we have here. So I think that you're going through a huge transformation right now. And maybe you're going through some tough times, or your family is. And I think that that when your family does go through tough times that don't include you, they're gonna like cower away from telling you the whole truth until it's over, so that they can give you the full story without just without you coming to any opinions about that person that might be one-sided. But all in all, I think that you're a really beautiful person, and you do this from the heart all the time. So see if there's any more. I just feel like, here we go, Justice again. See, that's like Libra energy twice, 3 times with the air energy. So I think that relationships are super important to you. That's why you are the way you are. You want people to just keep their eyes open to what's going on around them. Let's see if there's any other thing that wants to come out. We've got the Prince of Wands and the Prince of Swords. So I think it might be best to sometimes just like, I think you're really like, just to maybe like hold your tongue until you get the whole the whole story so that you don't like run in and like throw flames on somebody that doesn't need to be burned up quite so quick. Because I think that the things that you say are super powerful and everybody like holds your opinions up high, so they do want to please you. Because I think that you bring such a strong, like, balancing performance to the family. So maybe because of this, just like give yourself a little time to like see all sides before you throw your judgment out there. Because sometimes if we don't do that, we can be really harsh with words and hurt people or throw out an opinion when we really don't know the whole situation. That can happen. But yes, your family is very, very fertile and very beautiful, and they find their abundance when they're around you. And I think it's beautiful how you bring so much strength to your family. I think that you probably plan a lot of summer events and you include everyone, and everyone appreciates that you make these get-togethers happen. All right, so thank you for being with me as we spoke about what you have to offer your relationships. And if you could please leave me a like and maybe give me a little comment and subscribe, then I would be super appreciative. And it also gives me a moment to connect with your energy and to do more informative readings for you. All right, everyone, you have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.